Planning a layout, particularly a huge one like mine, is quite an undertaking. I wondered how you did it, and what I'm going to show you in this video is how I'm going about doing it. Now, I probably made lots of mistakes, but that's all part of the learning curve. So I really hope you enjoy this video, and do leave any comments below if you have anything to say. Well, here I am in the space which will in the future hold the first part of the layout that I'm going to build, and I've been umming and ahhing, I've been dreaming about this literally for months and months, and now that I get to the point of actually being able to start laying some framework down and looking at what the track is, I've realised I really should probably have spent a lot of that time that I was dreaming actually drawing. But hey, one makes mistakes. In my day job, I am a software developer, so you would have thought that I would be doing this using something like A.R.A or one of the computerized design tools. And I have given it a go, and I just don't get on very well with them, so I've given up on that. And what I decided to do was come over here and actually physically measure on the floor where the potential depths might be. So the two depths I was looking at is 700 or 800 mil. I am working in millimeters, apologies. And so I can actually see it and work out what my reach would be like. And then what I've done is I've made use of A.R.A, which has a really cool feature, which means you can print out templates full size and then cut them out and move them around. So I've been making use of some templates, specifically of some curved points that I've purchased that haven't yet arrived, to try and work out roughly how I'm going to be able to lay out this this part of the layout. So you can see down here, as I get very uncomfortably in the shot, I have also pulled out some of my old platforms just to give an idea of roughly what dimensions and what space there might be. And what this has told me is I'm going to be able to have two tracks here, well, a track at the back potentially, two tracks here and one track here. So I'll be able to have multiple platforms in my station, and then there's going to be space, because I'm going to go with the 800 mil, which is up to here. There's going to be space for me to have my line coming along the front and have my little dockyard scene, which is something I also really want to do. The other element which is really important to me is to have a programming track, and that is represented by this box file here. Now, this will be a separate video. I'll do it as an individual build through how I'm going to go about that. But basically, Scale Scenes, which is an awesome website that I'm not affiliated with, do printable scenery, and they have something called the Canal Wharf in a box, in a file box. And so what this is going to be is, as I've said before, I'm going to have a water scene in the front of this lower section, and it's going to continue into this scene here, and I'm going to have my programming track for my DCC locomotives will be inside this. So that's what this is, and potentially I might have a little bit of a dog leg out here. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to just do it straight or whether I'm going to bring it forwards, but that will be where my programming track will be. But as I say, that's going to be a separate video, but that is what this box file is doing here. So now with that basic planning done with the little bits of masking tape on the floor, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this sheet of plywood, which is what's going to be used for the baseboard here, and I'm going to set it on some small blocks just so it's a little bit easier to work with, and I'm going to mock out my layout and my track on it. So yeah, I'll actually be able to see it. I can work out the distances between tracks using little tools to make sure that the carriages are not going to hit each other, and that will really help me with the planning. So that's how I do my planning. I like to see things. I'm not very good at that conceptual stuff. I normally just throw myself in and sink or swim. Often I sink, sometimes I swim. So that's what I'm doing for my planning. We're really interested to hear what you do. Do let me know in the comments what you think, and thank you very much for coming along with a ride on the A.R.A Railroad.